Hello everyone, I'm here to talk to you about a very important subject, English, because of course you've got two GCSEs in that. I've got some tips here really to help you prepare and make sure you're in the right zone for the exams in the summer. First of all, the top tip is to make full advantage of your actual English lessons. It's often taken for granted somehow that all the extra input will come from your outside revision. Don't forget, 5 lessons a week, you can make so much more use of that by applying yourself, working hard, focusing, and getting the best out of your teacher as well by asking the right questions and getting that feedback and using it from your teacher. The second thing I suggest, of course, is outside of the lessons, in terms of attending revision sessions. Your teacher will have shown you the sessions we've got on, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights after school. They are scheduled, we've got certain rooms devoted to certain parts of the exams. However, whenever you want to come along and work on, we can accommodate that and help you with that. So please come along. If you're not sure about when they're on or how they'll work, speak to us about it and we can let you know, we can support you with it. And in general also, talk to your teacher. That's what they're there for, that's what they're incredibly passionate about. So if you show an interest in improving, they'll support you, whatever it takes really. So make sure you use your teacher and use those after school sessions. Thirdly, I would say make sure you use lots of practice questions. Again, our subject does involve some knowledge, but a lot of it is about actually the skills in applying that knowledge. So practice questions are crucial. So rather than staring at a textbook or staring at a website, sometimes being proactive and producing an answer, which then you can share with your teacher and they can respond to you with, is more productive use of your time. And you're actually feeling like you're doing then rather than being passive if you're just trying to read a book and you're not absorbing it, if you know what I mean. The fourth thing is, I'd encourage you to read as often and as widely as possible. Now, I think one of those things might be your actual literature text, because sometimes, believe it or not, people get to take their literature exams and it's been at least 12 months since they read A Christmas Carol or Dr. Jekyll, and it's very hard to remember it all properly, hence mistakes are made. So I would suggest one basic thing is have a reread of some of those texts you're studying for, because that's more important really than the revision guides to actually understand and remind yourself of the text itself. And in general as well, reading in terms of other texts. In your language exam, you've got 3 texts you'll be seeing there for the first time, and to be able to actually understand that quickly under the pressure of the exams is really important to be able to then respond to the questions about them. So just being a frequent reader, in the same way if you frequently went to the gym, you get gradually fitter in order to perform in a sporting event. If you read regularly, whether it could be the back of a cereal packet, it could be a magazine, it could be something on a website, but just that general reading practice as well will help you be quicker and more efficient. It'll also expand your vocabulary and help you with your writing skills as well. The fifth thing is about that independent revision. So I think this is the hardest, toughest thing to do really, and I think you might need our guidance for that as well. Miss Pallant and all your other Year 11 teachers will actually help you with some strategies for that independent revision, but actually having your own books and using those more is a key thing for our revision. Remember, in effect, you've kind of created your own revision guides yourself over the course of the 2 years, because you'll have model answers, you'll have feedback, all kinds of things in your books already. So going back through those is really important. We've obviously got quite a lot of websites. We've kind of got you and encourage you to use some of those during the 2 years, such as Spark Notes and Seneca and Educake and BBC Bite Size. So you can always revisit those. At this stage, you're still perhaps experimenting with what works for you. So if you need knowledge about, for example, Macbeth, then maybe BBC Bite Size is the right place for you because it provides summaries of the characters and themes and things. But again, if you're unsure of what sites to use and revision tools, talk to your teachers, we can advise you. Revision guides, we don't recommend any specific ones just because there are so many on the market and they all offer slightly different variations on the same thing. If you're interested though, we've got a big stock of them in the English faculty. You can always come down either during the school day or after school in one of the sessions. We'll show you them and then you can sort of see what they're like and you can decide whether they're right for you, because it's so okay, you might feel like you're doing a good thing by spending lots of money on revision guides, but they can be sitting on a shelf doing nothing and not really helping you. So it'd be better to use them more proactively. Or you can just come along after school with our sessions and take advantage of those revision guides without having to buy them yourself. It's an idea. Finally, the last thing from me is about your attitude. All the other strategies can't work unless you've got your head straight and your mindset right to actually want to do well. It's a frightening thing preparing for your exams, and there's like anyone under stress can react in loads of different ways. You can run away, you can deny the fact there's a problem, all kinds of things. Acknowledging the fact you need to work hard and working with us and being ready to work hard. And also, one other thing is being resilient to feedback. The fact that you might not get that high grade or that high number for an assessed piece straight away, that's all part of the journey. The lower the mark you get, the lower the grade, the more there is to learn and improve and react to that piece of work. So being resilient and being prepared to be able to react positively every time you seemingly get a setback is crucial. If you get your mindset right, we'll take care of everything else. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Mr. Lee. I'm the head of maths, and I'm just going to speak very briefly about a few things to do with maths that might help your student. So maths is examined with 3 papers. 2 of them are calculator and 1 of them is non-calculator. So there's a greater emphasis on having a calculator. So please make sure your students always have a calculator for all their lessons. I have come up with a bit of some information on how to help the students study, because it is quite difficult to come up with that motivation and kind of direction on how to really have an effective revision program. So in maths, following their mocks, they have this little sheet of paper. Now this little sheet of paper is absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant because it highlights all the topics where they got full marks in their mock, part marks and no marks. So as a student, straight away, each of these, which is individualized for the individual student, it personalizes what they need to work on. So there's topics, for instance, on this particular one, it says, question 6, check and answer by rounding. So the student needs to work on that. In addition to that, there is also a MathsWatch clip number. So we subscribe to MathsWatch. So the student just needs to go onto that, search for that clip number 31, and straight away they are there to direct their revision specifically for them. And really the idea is to work through this list, so to plug all those gaps in knowledge. After every single mock they will have one of these. So this piece of paper is really important. It's specific to that student, so therefore hopefully after every round of mocks they get that bit better, a bit more confidence, and will hopefully perform better in the following mock. The other things that you can kind of work through are some revision guides. We've got some revision guides in the faculty. They are a lot cheaper than if you went to Smith's or Amazon. It's £6.70 for the whole set. There are additional practice papers that you can purchase, which are £2.50 a set. Again, you go to the maths office Tuesday through to Thursday to order those. And from this week, they are now receiving a weekly past paper homework. And again, that is absolutely brilliant in terms of preparing them as best for their exam. But the important thing is this: when they do or complete the homework, they don't see it as a chore of sitting down, completing the homework, job done. What they should be doing is sitting down, having a go at the homework, but then if they can't do particular questions, go and researching how to answer those questions, whether it be asking somebody at home who could potentially help, going onto the revision guide, going to MathsWatch. There's lots of things that they can do, but the whole idea is that process of having a go at something, identifying if they can't do something, and then working on it. But that is the best thing to do from a maths perspective. And also, bottom line, practice, practice, practice. The 3 exams, I've got dates here, and this will be sent out anyway, but the first one's on 27th of May, then you've got another one on 7th of June, and then 21st of June. So that is what the students are working towards. If you need any more information, please, they can ask their maths teacher or myself, Mr. Lee in maths. I'm sure you've got the email, but other than that, good luck.